Hello, my magnificent magical gangsters. How we doing today? Welcome to another edition of the show where I will be your host, the gangstar magician himself. I'm here to deliver you the gangstar truth. That's what I'm here to do. Your message, because that's what I love to do. Because I do what I love, and I love what I do. I love being here with you because you're the best. I don't care what anybody else says because they're nothing. They're worthless. We don't deal with these clowns no more. They don't matter. We're going to let them know you don't matter no more, we told the guy. Gave him an open hand smack and kicked him in his ass, told him, get the fuck out. You don't belong around here, we said. You're not part of this team. You're not part of the 8th House crew. Gave him a beating too, this guy. A spiritual beating we gave him. Won't be doing that no more, he says. Won't be seeing him no more. That demon. Ooh. But here's the thing. Archangel Michael took the day off. I forgot to spray, but we just saged everything. So he's still here in spirit, he says. So we're going to get going then. All right? Because I forgot my other spray too. But listen, sometimes that happens. But for the most part, the rituals stay right. Okay? There you go. There's the organ knife there for you. Okay? Any EMF, whatever bullshit, scrambled. You can't fuck with our frequency, my friend. We are completely protected here, the 8th House crew. Yes, we are. If you're not on the list, you're not getting it. We don't care who the fuck you know. All right, so let's get going here. What are we working with? What's gonna be in your energy right now? Enough small talk, right? Sometimes sometimes small talk is okay, but not all the time. You don't gotta put a big charade on every time you walk in the room. All right, so what do we got? What do we need to know here? Let's go. Please and thank you, God. All right, so we do have this 5 of Swords here. So somebody wants to win at all costs against you. Okay, and when somebody wants to win at all costs against you, really always usually ends up costing them. Okay, this is very selfish, conflict, aggression. This is a self-sabotage of sorts, okay, because they wanted to bully and steal and they wanted to take. They're just thieves. They were just going to come over there and overpower you. Because it was a bunch of them and just one of you. But here's the thing. It doesn't make a difference. We don't care how many. Bring the whole fucking country on. Bring a battle tank with you. Because you're not going to stop. You can't defeat. You're just not going to win. That's what we tell these people. They know that. They just needed you not to know that. They needed you to think that, like you had to be scared of them or something. That's how they had us set up. That we'd be scared of them and that we needed them. Yes, that's what they thought they had there, but no. We took that completely back from whatever these demons, whatever they thought, whatever control they felt they had. It's finished. Really cost them this time. Okay, they came up against the wrong one, okay? Because why? Because you had this 10 of Cups here. You're building your foundation on this 10 of Cups, all right? They were trying they thought they were going to be able to recreate that, but they can't. It's not something that can be replicated or duplicate anything. You cannot do it, okay? Everything you've planned for has worked out, okay? This is a sense of belonging. You can't, if you're not part, you're not going to just come into somebody's soul tribe and just because you switched in, doesn't work that way. We're going to know. We're going to figure this out. That's why the 8th House crew, not just anybody gets in, because if you're not if you're not on the list, you're not going to get in, okay? And that's just what this is, okay? This person thought they were just going to take your spot on the list, and you were just going to do nothing and just watch from the outside while nobody notices, and they just let this imposter take you over. You know what I mean? But you said, okay, well, let's see how this plays out. That's how you didn't run in there. You didn't say, oh, come here, I want to, no, that's not the real one. I'm the real one. You didn't do none of that. You said, you know what I'll do? I'm going to see how this plays out. I'm going to go watch. That's what you did. You just went right on the outskirts. You said, all right, see how this works out. See if this person can replace me. Okay? And the fact is you knew they weren't going to be able to. So you just sat there and just watched the show. And now now it's getting to the point where they can't keep up the show anymore. Because that's the thing that you knew. You always knew is they could not keep up the charade forever. It was never going to happen. Especially with you watching. You're sitting there watching them. I mean, it'd be one thing if you were down and out. You were it's like you fucking put your little lawn chair up and just sat there and said, go ahead, show me what you can do. That's exactly what you did. Okay, so just remember that. That's pretty awesome also. Okay, and you were doing that while being this 8 of Pentacles, while mastering your craft, okay, sharpening your skill, being an apprentice. You were still able to do things. You responded in ways that people have never seen before. Yes, and you will be rewarded for that. Yes, you will, because that shows just how well versed of a soul you really are. Okay, because look, you're the high priestess. Everybody knows now. Okay, maybe you didn't tell them right away. Maybe you didn't make it known right away, but eventually they seen it. You didn't have to tell nobody. You showed them. Okay, you don't gotta tell people. We'll just show you. You don't believe us? We'll show you now. Now we're gonna show you. And that's all you have to do. And that's what you did, okay? Because you trust your own counsel first. You know, if it don't feel right, it ain't right. Don't let anybody ever, gaslight you into thinking that you're wrong. Because if you feel something don't feel right, it's not right. Especially when you're a high priestess who's able to build their foundation on this Ten of Cups, that mastering their skill with this Eight of Pentacles. People, they want to win at all costs against this person. They came up against the wrong one. Yes, they did. Alright, and that's why now this Three of Cups is here, because this high priestess are celebrating. Okay, they got the Ten of Cups, they're mastering their skill. We don't care, winning at all costs, really cool. They took themselves out, whoever tried to came up against you. Okay, and now Two of Swords, they can't avoid that any longer. They can't avoid the fact of what they did. Okay, because people now see you for who you are. Okay, these people said you were something you weren't. Okay, so how did they explain themselves? They have to explain themselves. They have to say, well, why did you say this? What are they going to say? They're just trying to avoid that. They're trying to avoid explaining themselves. They're just waiting. They're hoping that you just crumble. They're praying to God that you crumble. They're actually literally praying to God, but God's laughing. Right, God? What you say? He said, get these fucking nuts out of here. Praying to me. He said, instead of praying for stuff good for themselves, they're praying for bad for you. He said, what do you think that tells you? He says, is that a cancer or what? I said, yep, God, you're right. He said, what do I do with cancers? I said, well, what about this kind of cancer? He said, no, not the astrological, but, the bad ones. I said, oh, yeah, we get rid of them. Yes, we do. We don't allow people to come in here and corrupt others. It doesn't happen that way, okay? That's not going to come. You're not going to come here and corrupt anyone with your bullshit. Okay, we already know what you are. That's what you come down to. Basically, you're like it's like you're a gatekeeper of sorts. You know what I mean? Like, people have to get past you to fucking, to get into whatever this is now. And that's what you're becoming. Whatever. Take it. I guess we'll do it. Somebody's got to do it, right? That's what you said. That's what you told the guy. Alright, so let's get going. God, why don't we get, a little clarification, we'll elaborate further, see what's going on here. I mean, there's people that want to win at all costs against you, these characters. I don't know why they always want to win at all costs, because it's always costing them in the end. So what's in our energy here, God, please, and thank you. Alright, so look, we just saw the Eight of Pentacles, but now we saw the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So somebody put some shoddy workmanship together here. Somebody was in there pretending to be you while you were watching, like I said at the beginning. Watching on, just, okay, you didn't run in there. You didn't say, oh no, this is the fake, you didn't do anything like that. You just sat from afar, you narrated it and watched and just told people exactly how it was going to end. And that's exactly what happened too. Demonstrating that you are this, world-renowned high priestess that you're going to be. It's quite amazing what you did too, okay? Because look, it's Four of Wands is here, so that means that you're headed towards a milestone, a happy home, because you're mastering your craft. These people, they thought they were going to come in here and just take whatever it was without your skill. I mean, like I said, you could get away with this for a little, but how long do you think? Eventually, the jig is up, and that's what happened here, and you were just waiting. That's what you wanted to see. You were more happy to see the jig when the jig was up than anything, because you knew that was going to catapult you into, a new level of success, and that's where you're going, because you're not fighting. You don't have to fight. Let them take themselves out. That's what they're doing. Winning at all costs. Really cost them. Okay, because why? Six of Swords in reverse. They were resistant to change here. Okay, they wanted to keep this at a stalemate. This is like unaccepted offers here. Like, people don't want to be. There's no empathy. Like, nobody wants to be bothered with this. Like, this is not. But these people, they want to keep doing the same thing, thinking that if it worked in the past, it'll work again. It's just, we have to up the ante now. That's what they want to do. They're trying to up the ante. But that means winning at all costs, and that's really going to cost them, okay? Because remember, you're just Queen of Wands. You're the sexy-ass Queen of Wands. You're vivacious and confident. Nobody's going to come in here and tell you otherwise. And if they try to, you just let them down you knock them down very quickly. You're just like, get out of here. It's like I said, you give them an open-hand smack, kick them in their ass, and you chase them the fuck out of here. And when I say that, I mean spiritual. I'm not talking like actually. You spiritually do that. That's what you do in the spiritual realm, okay? So there's never any type of... See, that's the thing, is you can never, ever do violence in the physical, because these fucks will use it against you no matter what they do. Like, they could do it to you, but you can't do it to them, and they'll use whatever they got against you. Okay, so they have to do everything just right. Okay, you do everything right. When you do everything right, then they can't do anything to you, because then it means that they would have to go out of their way to get you free. Like, it's impossible. Okay, it's easy when you're out, you're doing drugs, or you're having sex with a bunch of people, or doing whatever. You know what I mean? It's easy to like get you caught up. But with you, it doesn't work that way. They can't even get to you. They don't even know what the fuck they even tempt you with. Like me, they want to tempt me with crystals now or something. They're coming there with big crystals. Oh, look what we got here for you. Yeah, and I wouldn't be shocked to see them do that. You see how crazy these people are. And I will laugh, and I'll take the crystal too, and I'll shade it off to them. I'll say, all right, now get the fuck out of here. Thank you. Shut the door in their face. Slam it shut. Don't come back either, unless you have a bigger crystal. All right, so what else do we need? What else do we know? Okay, because we're protected. Doesn't matter what anybody says. Nobody's going to come in here, and we don't have to be like on our toes about everything anymore. Okay, you don't have to be, oh my God, is that guy, like, it's just, you're fine. Okay, you just got to act like, listen, we don't care. We're fucking, you can't fuck with us. We don't care what you say. That's what you're going to do. You're going to start telling people that. Okay, but you know who you're going to tell that first to? Is Queen of Swords in reverse. Alright, this is an angry, bitter person. Very bitchy. Very cruel. This means this person being seen. This is who was trying to replace you. Now they're being angry. They're being seen as angry because you knew they were going to get caught. Now they're trying to say that you're doing this, that you're a witch, you're a warlock, you're that, blah, blah, blah. And the fact is you're not even doing anything. This person's taking themselves out, like I said. And you knew it. You're just watching on your little fucking beach chair. Just like, wow, ain't that something? Ain't that something? And that's what this person's going to learn, okay? Because the brother, the Tower of Terror is here for them, okay? And they're going to go up, and they're going to go down, and they're going to go up, and they're going to go down. They're going to be begging for you to let them off, and we're going to say, no, you don't tell us anything. We'll let you know when it's done, okay? And the more they ask to get off, the longer they stay. That's what the King of Wands told me. That's what he taught me, he said. He said, the longer they complain, the longer they stay. I said, oh, okay, makes sense. He said, you understand? I said, yep, I do. All right, so this Queen of Swords now in reverse. Okay, so they were resistant to change. They're being seen for their shoddy workmanship here as a fraud. They didn't master their craft. They thought they were just going to come and take your fucking spot, but they weren't on the list. Okay, they came in, crossed your name off the list, put them in and thought they were going to get away with this, and that you weren't never going to come back. That you were such a weakling that you were just going to sit there and let them get away with this. But instead, like I said, you didn't run up on them. You just let them bury themselves while you watched. And now it's all going to come back, and people are going to say, what happened here? And you're going to say, I don't know. You guys fucking were dealing with this fucking nut. I wasn't. I don't even know the guy. I don't even know this fucking fat jerk off. That's what you're going to tell them. And they're not going to know what to do because that's what it is. Fat jerk offs these people are. Okay, now, Three of Swords in reverse. You're recovering from whatever heartbreak this caused you. Whatever this Queen of Swords in reverse thought heartbreak, they thought whatever. See, I know you went through stuff. I understand that. But you're recovering now. Okay, you don't give a fuck now. You're strong, and if you do, you're on your way to not giving a fuck. You're on your way to recovering from heartbreak, and you're on your way to where you need to be. Okay, because you're not focused on what this Queen of Swords in reverse is doing. The only thing is you just know that they're going down the tubes. You know you're being seen as the real one, and they're being seen as the fraud. You're being seen as the magical gangster here, this magician. Okay, you're being seen as the, gangsta magician. It's very visible. You can see this. This isn't something that's like a joke. This is day in, day out. You're very consistent here. Nobody's going to say, oh, no, you're not consistent. Nobody's going to tell you that. Can't. And if they do, we don't give a fuck what they say anyway. This is how you destroy these demons. We don't give a fuck what you think. Okay, now get the fuck out of here. Nobody wants you here no more. Whatever you're fucking selling, people ain't buying. Get the fuck out of here before I make an example out of one of them. That's what we're going to tell these demons when they fucking come up. All right, because here's the thing. Six of Wands, you're being publicly recognized here. Victory is here for you. You have achieved what you needed to, okay? And this Queen of Swords in reverse is going to be, the sacrifice here, okay? Because you've earned every one of your successes. Progress, confidence, conquest, public recognition, triumph, okay? Who's going to be there with you? Your counterpart, the King of Cups, of course. Because remember, the King of Cups says you're the best, loves you, okay? This person now, they know, all right? They know what this Queen of Swords reverse. They had to work out this way. This King of Cups said. They said there's no other way. They said this would have never ended if it didn't. This didn't all happen. This was all contracted. You all had to go through this. This was all determined. Okay, that's why you're gonna learn and you're gonna understand that this was all. But it doesn't matter. It's just like whatever. You learn lessons here. Remember that. Remember the lessons. That's what it's all about here. But you fucking won here, Six of Wands. It doesn't matter what happens after this. People know what you know what the people are, and other people know what they are, okay? And you're being seen as fucking, somebody as a stoic, classy individual. That's what you're being seen as. You're not being seen as a victim. You're being seen as a hero here. You're being seen as somebody who is strong, extra strong, fucking superhuman strong. Okay, because now there's Two of Cups in reverse is here. So this tells you that this Queen of Swords in reverse, okay, is in this Two of Cups in reverse. That's what this King of Cups, okay. But now look, King of Pentacles is here. So that's telling me that, they're getting away from this Queen of Swords. This is why they're angry. This is why this is being seen as there's a lot of tension. There's a lot of fucking, there's being dissipation here, disunion. Okay, there's a lot of silly action, rejection, the separation, Two of Cups. This is not a wish come true for these people, okay. This is done. This person was resistant to change. They thought they were going to come in here, replace you and your Two of Cups, and get away with it. And like I said, you sat there on your fucking, high-end beach chair, and you fucking, the ones that goes up and down, a real good beach chair, and you sat there and you watched while you're getting a tan, and you said, listen, I'm going to see what happens here. I'm not going to even do nothing about this. Because you knew how it was going to play out. Okay, there's a reason why you're acting this way, why you're doing this, okay? This is what it comes down to. We're all on different timelines, too. So you're going to be doing that. So we all come together as one, okay? Remember that, because the King of Pentacles is here. We just saw the King of Cups. This Queen of Swords in reverse now is a Two of Cups in reverse. And you'll be Six of Wands being publicly recognized. You're very confident, they tell us. They say you're very confident. Seems like you know something. You must know something, they said. Alright, but here's the thing. Four of Swords, you just know that you're resting and relaxing. You're just calling your energy back. You're just doing what you need to do. You're not over here, stressing out. You're not worried about what these people do. You don't give a fuck. Like we said, we don't care what you do. Demon, get the fuck out. Alright, and now these demons, Five of Cups, they're all fucking in distress now because you don't care what the fuck they think. Okay, they need you to care for you to get your energy, but you're just like, go. We have spiritual authority over you. Go. Go with the pigs and jump off the fucking cliff. That's what we want these demons to do. Go. So anybody that you fucking infested that's like, close to us, go. That's all we're going to keep telling them. Go. You can't do anything to us. You could do something, you would have already done something. You can't do anything. We're telling you right to your face, you fucking jerk off demons. You can't do nothing. Come on. Bring it then. In the flesh, baby, okay, if you really want to fucking go at it, okay, but they won't, alright, because they know that you don't give a fuck, okay, because why don't you care? Because you're the fool, okay, because you got universal energy here, you're pure and innocent, you don't have to worry about nothing. This is like attacking the universe, so these people want to attack you, they're attacking the universe. Okay, go ahead, keep it coming. Now they're starting to see, they're like, uh-oh, you know what, this fucker's been tricking us the whole time, they're thinking. Tricking us to attack them is what they thinking you did. They think you tricked them into this, they said. They're saying that you were pretending to be like this fucking goofball, but really you were like way sharper than that. But you are this fool. You are always pure and innocent. They were so hard trying to prove that you weren't this fool. But they couldn't. They could not prove that. And that's why Six of Pentacles, you're receiving what's meant for you. Six of Wands, this public recognition. All you did was call your energy back, rest and relax. You didn't pay attention to what this Queen of Swords in reverse had going on over here. You let them take themselves out. No karma for you. No bad energy around you. They can't come around you. What are they going to do? Come around you? You're going to say, I don't even know you. Who are you? Okay, bang, yes. We're going to say, who the fuck are you? Because here's another one, Six of Pentacles, because you are receiving what's meant for you. You're receiving a generous offer, okay? It's coming your way. Sharing your success builds more success. Sharing your success builds more success. That is what it comes down to. These people, these fuckers, these demons, they want to hold back the success from us. They want to hold us back, okay? But here's the thing. We don't give a fuck what they think. We don't care about them. We don't care what they say, okay? Because these demons, they're worthless. They're finished, okay? Because you are receiving what's meant for you. Sharing your success builds more success. Cards don't lie. That is the truth. And why? Because here you have the Seven of Pentacles. You had a long-term view. You were hardworking, okay? Six of Pentacles. I mean, that's why you're receiving what's meant for you. I mean, you didn't stop. You never gave up. You're still in the Seven of Pentacles. You never were not hardworking. I don't care what the fuck. You always worked hard. And these people knew it. They just needed you to fucking give up on yourself, but you refused. Okay? And here's the thing, Two of Swords, but they're trying to avoid the fact that they had anything to do with this. They're trying to avoid the fact because you recover from heartbreak and are receiving what's meant for you and are being seen in this full energy. Six of Wands, publicly recognized, just resting and relaxing, like I tell you. Just resting and relaxing. You are becoming the best version of yourself. Day in, day out, claw your energy back, protecting your energy. And this is why this chaos is here. They projected all this onto you, but you returned it because you're protected, and now they have to deal with it. I guess they didn't understand Seven of Cups, all this confusion, illusions now that are surrounding them. All those illusions they said about you, now are going back to them. And the right people are saying it, and they can't convince anybody anymore. And whoever helped them in the past is not helping them anymore. And now they're threatening to tell on people. So, I don't know. As Queen of Swords in reverse is threatening to tell on people. They're threatening to drop all the secrets. They know stuff. Of course they do. Okay, but here's the thing, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, you don't care. Do whatever the fuck you gotta do, Queen of Swords in reverse. You ain't scaring nobody. Nobody's gonna listen to what this person says anyway. Because look what they did. They came in as a fake person. They were paid. And they were to keep you from your counterpart. And this story will come out as that too. Okay, they're going to come in, and the people that are around your counterpart and the people that are around you are going to have to answer why this Queen of Swords in reverse is saying that you paid them to come into this, okay, to block you and just act like you and gave this person all this information because you knew something spiritually that was happening, that you were blocking a twin flame, that you knew this, demons, okay, and then you're not going to deny it. So keep doing what you're doing. You're the ones, listen, they have to live their life being fake, pretending like, how much longer is it going to last for you? You're not going to win. So keep it coming. Keep going. We'll keep watching. We'll sit on the lawn chair. We don't mind on the fucking beach chair. We had a nice beach chair here. Okay, we're going to watch. Send fruit baskets out to this Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah, nice fucking, yeah, the upgraded version. That new one we're doing. It's going to be the luxurious version. Yeah, send that out to them. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, charge it to the tech. All right, so yeah, Four of Pentacles. These people, they were too greedy. Okay, they want to hold on too tight. They want the breadcrumb. Actually, if they breadcrumbed you a little bit more, they wanted to take everything from you. They didn't want you to have nothing. They didn't want you to have no love. They didn't want you to have no work, no career, no friends, no just complete fucking hell. Blew that candle up by accident. But complete hell is what these people wanted for you. And you said, you know what? You're not getting that. Okay, we're going to send it back to you. You can have that because you had no other choice. What could you have done in this sense? It was either die or heal. And you healed. You chose to heal. And you stayed as this fool, on this fool energy. You could have went bad. You just did not go bad, though. All right? Because you still have the Six of Cups in you. This love, this childlike innocence goes right with this fool energy. Okay? That's why people are nostalgic towards you. There's a lot of, memories, healing. Like I just said, healing. And this is what this King of Wands sees. Okay? This King of Wands knows. Okay? This King of Wands has been watching how you healed. Okay, this is why Six of Pentacles are making sure you receive. They know you're pure and innocent. They're not going to let anybody hurt you. This is not a person who's going to let a pure and innocent person be hurt. No. They might come off a certain way, but they are not one to let somebody, especially when they're already recovered from heartbreak and they're not fighting back. You're not going to do that to somebody. It doesn't work that way. Okay, you can't do that. All right, and that's why Three of Pentacles in reverse, this Queen of Swords in reverse feels like they're working alone. Everybody's distancing themselves because they know that they're the fake. Nobody wants to be around this person. They know where this is going. They see the writing on the wall. Everybody except this Queen of Swords in reverse. Now this Queen of Swords in reverse wants to talk. But they want you to let them off the hook easy. But they were one of the top people here. But I think we may let them off the hook if they come tell us what we need to know. We might just let them go. We just may. Okay? Because here's the thing, temperance, because that's the balance. Then you get, the whole pie with just one. That person can never be a threat to you ever again. Okay, Queen of Swords in reverse. Perhaps maybe you come see us and we'll listen. Okay, but then that's it. Then you could go. You could be on your way after that. That's where they're all going to throw you under the bus, right? All these people are trying to throw you under the bus, so you might as well get them before they get you, because I know this person watches. So just make sure, Queen of Swords, don't try to play no games, all right? Because we're too balanced. You're not going to get us to roll around in the mud. So think about that. Don't approach us with some type of nonsense either. We won't make you look so stupid. All right, because here's the thing. They don't want this. They want to keep oppressing you, though. Death in reverse. They don't want this to end. So I don't know what this person thinks they're going to keep doing. All right, that's what we're going to try to pull a fake move. They're going to try to keep this stagnated. They're going to try to go as long as they can until they're fully exposed. And once they're fully exposed, they're going to come to you with try to make a deal. But it's going to be too late by that time. You're just going to walk away from it because you already said, no, 5 of Wands, this conflict, this competition, this rivalry. You wanted to keep it going, okay? We gave you an opportunity. You wanted to keep it going. You wanted to avoid death here. All right, you wanted to keep this stagnated. You didn't want this to end. And now when you have really nowhere to go, you think, now that's going to help. We already know everything now. Now what are we going to do with you? We don't give a fuck what happens to you. Get the fuck out of here. You already took it this far. If you could have walked away before it got to this point, but they just wanted to keep, they didn't think that you were they didn't take you seriously. And that's why 10 of Wands reverse, they can't hold on any longer. It's just the burden. It's completely overburdened here. It's a very obstinate, envious person. They're irresponsible and careless for doing this. Being seen as a liar. Because 2 of Pentacles, because you were too flexible, you're too balanced. They couldn't throw you off your game. That's why the 6 of Pentacles, you keep receiving. You're getting victory. So what's one more? And I'm going to get to a new deck. It's going a little long. Okay, so yeah, here you go. The Devil is being released here. So this is what this is. This Queen of Swords in reverse. This is being released. This is being out. And this is going to be removed. This is the Devil. This Queen of Swords in reverse. On their head, being released. Freedom, choices, no self-imposed, release from bondage. This could be all the people that this person, brought in. All right, because look, the cycle's complete. The world is here. The new world is here. This new earth is here. The it's over. It's done. They can't do anything. They can't keep it coming. You walked away. You're already recovered from heartbreak. They can't keep attacking you. They doing that. They're just building more and more karma, bettering it for you. Okay, but if you fall back, then this would keep canceling itself out. But the fact that you're not fighting back is why this Devil can't win. They need you to fight back. Especially in the physical, because they have control. They can put you away, they lock you down, and you can't do nothing. But when you don't do anything, you let these people, they gotta face themselves. They have to look in the mirror at themselves when you don't respond. They have to see what they're doing. You're letting them see loud and clear who they are by themselves in the mirror. Look what you're doing, we tell you. We ain't doing nothing like that. And we'll sit there, but that's the thing. You'll take a lie detector test, you'll do everything. These people are scared to death. They feel like they got nothing to prove, they said. But here's the thing, you do have something to prove because you lied. Now you have to explain why you lied. We don't have to explain nothing. We didn't lie. What do we have to explain? We didn't say nothing. You don't have to explain nothing if you didn't say nothing. Alright, so let's get a little confirmation, clarification here. I mean, this Queen of Swords in reverse they got some problems. Alright, you gave an opportunity, but they wanted to avoid it. They wanted to keep it going. And now the Devil's being released. Because, you know why? 8 of Swords are going to jail, spiritual jail. They're stuck. They're stuck. There's nowhere to go. When the Devil has nowhere to go, that means he's done. I mean, it's end of it. That they can't get back up like you. See, the devil and the demons, once they get knocked down, they're done. One time. That's all it takes. Okay, it takes thousands and thousands, maybe never. You'll always get back up. All you gotta do is beat one, and then this demon Eight of Swords is now stuck. Because now everybody sees what they are. They see exactly what this is. Because again, Six of Pentacles, you're receiving what's meant for you. You're receiving a generous offer. You're sure. You're the best. And you deserve it. Because sharing your success builds more success, you said. Yes, you do. And to make that make sense is because sharing your success builds more success because you want people to be better than you. We want you to be better than us. Okay? We want you because the better you get, the better we get. Okay? So until people start seeing that, understanding that's what's going to come. See, people always want to be, they don't want you to be better than them. That's just the way they had it set up in this world. Okay, because bang, look, here's another confirmation for you. The devil in reverse here. Look, devil's being released. When you see the devil in reverse being released, that's freedom from bondage. Okay, so whatever this devil thought that they were controlling, they're not. Because Eight of Swords are completely stuck. All right, and why is that happening? Because Page of Swords, because you have new ways of communicating. The thirst for knowledge. This devil cannot keep up with you. They underestimated you. You let them think that. It's good. It's what you do. You're fucking showing people. You're showing people that just how fucking calculated your brain really is. This is you're showing things that CIA people are trained to be. They're like, how the fuck are you doing this? That's what they don't understand. But they need you not to know. They think you don't understand what you're doing or something. We do understand what we're doing. Okay? We're very consistent when we understand. So what's going to happen now? This devil, they're being released, okay? There's no self-imposed, whatever, release from bondage, okay? This is, no more addictions for whoever this is, okay? Because bang, here's another one here for you. Because here, Page of Swords, because you having new ways to communicate, all right? Having a thirst for knowledge, Page of Swords, is the reason why this devil's being released now, okay? Because they're worthless. There's nothing anybody's going to say. Okay, they're being seen. You can't avoid this any longer. All right, because the Five Wands, this conflict, this competition, this rivalry they wanted with you didn't work. It wasn't like nobody cared. Like they didn't get what they thought. You were already recovered from this. Three of Swords in reverse. So there's new ways of communicating. Really is why this devil cannot. They can't get to you. All right. Also because this temperance energy you have, you're too balanced. Too under control. You don't roll around in the mud. Like I said, they need you to roll around in the mud. Now they're being stuck because they were attacking you and all this energy went back to them. They can't attack somebody like this, okay, because the end is here for them, painfully, okay? That's what it comes down to. You want to avoid death, okay? You don't want to go out the right way, then you go out this way. I mean, it's all it comes down to. They are trying to avoid this painful ending, but the end doesn't have to be this way. They made it this way. This is when it's forced. Death goes there easily, says, hey, come on, let's go. You go, or you say, no, I'm not going to go. Then it gets worse each time. Each time you go back, it gets worse. Because he'll let you go. But he says, well, it's going to, and if you don't change it, then it's going to be that much worse. So why it's this way, okay? Because you are this Empress, okay? You're very clearly this Empress. I mean, this Queen of Swords reverse is not going to say otherwise. You're balanced, you're fucking have a thirst for knowledge, you're the best, all right? Because we're going to end it here because this cycle's complete. I mean, what else is there to really say? I don't really know what else to say. The cycle's complete. The devil's done. We have the devil reversed. We already seen that, the cycle's being complete. You're seen as this Empress, okay? I mean, you're being publicly recognized. This Queen of Swords in reverse is completely fucked right now. And what else do we need to know? All right, so you also have this Queen of Pentacles in reverse here because they weren't presenting themselves like they were the ideal spouse. Like that you were the fuck up and that they were the one. But now they're being seen as the person who can't do it on their own, okay? They were, oh my God, this person's the worst. Like this is somebody who's like, who would be like maybe like a widow or a widower or something like this. Maybe like on the lines of like Eric or Kirk or something where like an Empress in reverse where the person presented themselves as the ideal spouse. But, at the end of the day, they're being seen as a complete fake, a complete fraud. And people are like, laughing and they don't understand either why they're being this way, but they probably had something to do here with this. Of course they did. They're a paid fucking actor, this fucking Queen of Pentacles in reverse. That's the justice here. The justice is this Queen of Pentacles is going to be seen as a paid actor. somebody who infiltrated whatever this was, thinking that they were going to gain some type of control out of this. No, you didn't. You got caught. Now you got it on a large scale. You got caught. All right? This is what it is. You're the Empress. All right? So what else do we need to know here? All right? They're heartbroken now. Look, the Queen of Pentacles, they're heartbroken that they're being seen for what they are. This devil's being heartbroken now. They can't believe it. Okay, because your recovery from heartbreak is now causing heartbreak for this person because they need you to they need you to fall, but you just refuse. You're too strong with the strength. You have the strength of 10 men, the strength of 10 women. You're not going down. Okay, so let's do one more. I'm kind of, I know where this is at. It's like it's done. You can't compete. There's no competition here. Okay, because Four of Swords, again, you're resting and relaxing. You keep calling your energy back, and this is why it keeps getting worse and worse for these people. Okay, and that is why the Hierophant's here. You're institutionally supported. You're socially approved. You are the Empress. You're being seen that way. It's not like anybody are not seeing you. You're being clearly seen. It's not like you're here. You're here to stay. Okay, and now, Seven of Wands reversed. This Devil in reverse. This Queen of Pentacles reversed. They have to give up because you're too much in control here. They cannot do anything. You have them in a Kimura lock. We have you in a Kimura lock right now, Devil. This is where it is. You're in a Kimura lock, and we have them stuck, and they're forcing them to look at things from a new perspective. Now we're grabbing them with this Kimura lock. We're saying we're going to break it, look at it from another perspective, and this person's still trying to fight it a little bit. So what's going to be the end here? It doesn't matter. We know they're going to get the painful ending. We already saw it. Okay, because Two of Pentacles, you were too much to adapt. You were too flexible. You weren't going to let this ever go down because Knight of Cups, you're too romantic, you're too charming, you're too chivalrous. I should have ended it on that one. But I'm going to do one more, and then that's it. No matter what. Say, Two of Pentacles. They didn't plan this far, this Devil, and that's why they're in this situation. And you, Three of Cups, are celebrating what's meant for you. See, I should have ended it on the one, because then if it keeps going, it's going to keep going into a whole other thing. It was the same thing, though. But I usually know in the end. I usually do. I just took it a little too far. But whatever. It was two more cards I needed. No biggie. No big deal. For the rest of the point, we get the point of it. We know what's happening here. We see you as this Empress, this Devil being seen, and this whoever thought they were going to replace you. You were sitting here on the beach chair, watching, okay, having this nice-ass beach chair, watching this all play out, knowing, because they needed you not even to know, but then they see you, you did this. Like, you were like literally narrating this in a way. This is how crazy this is. So amazing. I love it, though. But only God could have made this. Only the universe would make this happen. All right, so let's get some angel numbers. All right, so we got number 1313 here. It's about starting fresh. Step out of your comfort zone and begin creating something meaningful. Your skills and talents are aligned to bring you auspicious rewards. Build your confidence and trust in your decisions as you embark on new beginnings. Yes, you will. Okay, because 1717 said so. Okay, because that's drama alert. Of course there'll be a drama. It's the Queen of Swords in reverse we have here. Take a few deep breaths. Focus inward. You need time to reflect and consider your options. That's why you got double Four of Swords here. Okay, rely on your inner strength and trust that you're moving in the right direction. What may seem like a pause in activity is simply a natural part of your journey. Just because you don't see progress doesn't mean it's not happening. Okay, a seed grows silently into a tree. Nobody sees. Okay, nobody's sitting there watching that distinctively. Okay, it just happens, and you're like, oh wow, how'd that happen? Because they weren't paying attention. You can only pay attention to so many things, and that's what number 23 says. Okay, and that's because endless cycles here. Because you may find yourself repeatedly resisting certain truths. Not anymore, you're not. Okay, that's why you're here. Leading to feelings of exhaustion and limitation. It's time to decide to live authentically for yourself. You don't give a fuck what they think. We don't care what you fucking think. Okay? Because it's time to decide to live authentically for yourself, embracing your passion. By making this change, the world around you will begin to follow suit, breaking the cycle and fostering transformation. That's what we need. We got to continue it. Okay, it's what it is. That's what I'm trying to do. It's a collective energy, and it becomes contagious to an extent. Okay, it becomes, and that's what 0404 says. Because slow down sometimes, though. He says you don't want to move too fast because these are endless. Okay, so what's the rush? Pay close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and awake to avoid any further issues. Communicate and keep healthy boundaries. You know who's draining your energy. You know who you don't feel good around. You know who you don't want to be around. And you don't have to explain yourself. We don't have to explain why we don't want to be around you. You know why we don't want to be around you. Okay? It's like, stop, please. That's what they're trying to change it on. Oh, well, they're antisocial. No, you're in our end. We don't want you there anymore. Get out. They already kicked you out. Get the fuck out. Don't come back here. Don't go act. Turn this on us. You want to come fucking, flop at our house and then blame us for what the fuck, flopping our energy and then come blame us for what the fuck's happening. Stop it. You did it. We didn't do anything. We're the fucking emperors, we tell them. All right, so what's going to be the crystal of the day? Okay, enough of that, that rant. Okay, what's going to be that? All right, so we have amethyst here. Here we go, amethyst. Nice amethyst, okay? Clarity, protection, spirituality. Amethyst is a stone of intuition, peace, and spiritual awakening. It clears negative energy, just like we say, get the fuck out. We don't want this negative energy, okay? It supports meditation and opens the crown chakra to higher states of consciousness. A trusted guide for inner clarity and divine connection. Third eye, crown, Pisces, Aquarius, air. I trust my intuition and embrace my spiritual journey. I trust my intuition and embrace my spiritual journey. I trust my intuition and embrace my spiritual journey. Yes, you do, okay? And that's what you're going to keep doing because there's no other reason not to, because that is what you're meant to be here to do, okay? So you're doing a great job. Keep up the great work. Thanks for all my new subscribers, all my new members. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And peace be with you and also with you.